Welcome everyone to the Raging Hot Mics podcast. Today we'll be discussing about the PDP. I hope you all had a good day. I had a very good night. This morning we'll be discussing about the PDP and then the fight that took place at the Wadata Plaza in Abuja. First of all, before we continue, please smash the like button, follow, subscribe, and then like, and then if you have any comments or any questions or you want me to cover any particular topic in Nigeria, just drop it in the comment section. So for more context before we continue, this has been an ongoing problem. It's been it's been ongoing for more than 2 years. So you had a person of Nyesom Wike, who is the current minister of FCT, is alleged that he was sponsoring the party with his state finances, not personal finances. You have to make that clear. He wasn't using personal finances to finance the PDP for so many years during the time of General Muhammadu Buhari when he was a civilian president. So Wike, we all know, was said to have been had was said to be sponsoring the party and then keeping it alive when so many governors decided to defect to the APC or decided to keep mute and not participate much in politics at that very time. But the ugly side of it all is that despite financing it, despite being the voice at the time, Wike was the voice of the opposition. I give it to him. He was, yeah. During the government of Buhari, he was the only one who stood up to him. It could be political comedy, it could be political theater. I don't know what it is, but it seemed like he was genuine at that point. He championed the South, championed everything about, defended the South and all those things. But two things you have to realize is that Wike claims he's a popular politician. Popular, I mean politician that people like and people will vote for. That's one. Two, he claims he has the finance, he has the money. You all know in Nigerian politics, these two things are essential. These two things are important. Yeah. But how come he's that rich, or he's that popular, or he's that liked or loved? How come he lost two primaries in the same party? Have you ever thought of it? Have you ever thought that despite financing the party, despite bankrolling the party, despite bringing the convention to Port Harcourt at the time in his home state of Port Harcourt, in the the election that re-elected Muhammad Buhari, that had the PDP pick Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, that convention was held in Port Harcourt. And that convention was done in such a way that Tambuwa, who is his friend, Governor Tambuwa, should win. But despite all this, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar defeated Nyesom Wike and his camp effortlessly. Do you understand what I'm saying? You bankrolled. Remember, two times or several occasions, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu brought the convention to Lagos, and on each occasion, one elected Atiku Abubakar and one elected Muhammadu Buhari. He made sure they were elected. Then, so because always the practice is always the governor or whoever is in charge always brings the convention to his home state geographically to be able to control it, which is not a good thing to democracy. I must admit it is bad. It is sad. But this is Nigerian politics we are talking about, right? So Nyesom Wike did the convention in River State, yet he was defeated effortlessly by Atiku Abubakar. And Tambuwa was not elected the first time. The second time again, he participated, and Atiku Abubakar left the PDP, traveled, he was not even the country. Towards the end of the campaign or whatever, the calendar, the election year, he came back in the PDP. Peter Obi had to leave the PDP to go to the Labour Party. I'm talking of the last election. They had the primaries again. Wike had claimed or boasted he had the money, he had everything. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar defeated him the second time again, effortlessly. You can say it wasn't fair, but that is politics because Tambuwa, who Wike supported the first time, betrayed him the second time. So is the betrayal a way of Tambuwa teaching him a lesson, or a way of Tambuwa opting that knowing what we don't know, or what we are observing just now, that Wike is a tyrant, or walks like a tyrant? Because it is only a tyrant who always wants to be the prosecutor, be the judge, be the enforcer, be the adjudicator, be the defendant at the same time. He wants to be everything. There's no court of law. He is the one who wants to prosecute, do everything. So right now, you saw Alhaji Atiku Abubakar defeat him again the second time, and he claimed he was fighting for the South, or candidacy from the South. He complained every week. He kept talking about it. Every week he was killing, he was commissioning projects. Nyesom Wike kept talking about that defeat. It became a national cry. So now, after the election, he formed during the election they formed what is called I think G5 or whatever, where he had 5 governors, which I did not think. I understood that Wike at that moment, or the South at that moment, we are denied. But this governor sided with Wike, and they had elections to run. It was political suicide to me. You had Ugwai of Enugu State, you had Ikpazo of Abia State, you had Sheyi Makinde, you had Otom, and then you had Wike. I think it was 5 of them. Otom was running as a senator, and then some of them were contesting for election at that moment. But they claimed they were fighting for the South, but we all knew it wasn't for the South. There's no way it was for the South. It was not for the South. Forget about what politicians tell you. It was for their personal interest. It was because their friend Wike didn't get the candidacy of the party. It had nothing to do with the South. Extremely. And I thought it was political suicide, because the convention or the party didn't stop them from running on the platform. So why were you aligning with Wike? You leave Wike to fight his. You can say he's my brother, he's this, but these same people now are jobless. They don't have a job. The former governor of Abia State was seen every time, always going around with Wike. Is he his personal assistant? I'm not saying that, but he was always seen around him. This is all personal interest. This has nothing to do with you and I. This has the claim is for the South. We need this. This has nothing. Ask them what they did in their home state while being governor before they talk about the South. Show me. What did you do? How many people escaped poverty under your government? What is the GDP capital of your state? How many schools? Well, how did you improve the health of your state? Where are the hospitals you built? Is it climatic? Is it environment? Is it what did you do as a governor with all the location? Nothing. But you want to fight for the South. You've not fought for your state, but you are fighting for the South. So yesterday you had so after that, I think Sheyi Makinde broke up with Wike, because also for the next election, Wike alongside the party secretary Samuel Ayan, Wike controlled. I don't even understand how he controlled lots of the party. He controlled most of the members who were elected, and he keeps losing election in that party. That tells he's not a good politician. There's something it tells me. You can't keep. He was the one who brought, I think, Ayu, who was a former party chairman, yet he lost the election under Ayu. So in essence, there's something you are doing that is not right. So now Sheyi Makinde, I think, has broke up with Wike, because Wike said Wike right now is a minister under a different political party, under the APC, and he's still in the PDP, and he keeps singing praises of the president, and he keeps saying the president is going to be he's going to be re-elected flawlessly, and he's still in the PDP. Now tell me, what is anti-party politics? You can always vote you can always vote someone of your choice despite being another party, but you can't campaign and keep insisting that even in the next election, your own political party should not field any candidate. How is that possible? Wike said for peace to reign in the PDP should not field an opposition candidate to the present president of Nigeria in the next election. For peace. So that means if they failed, you give them war. You destabilize the party because you want your boss to be the next president to be re-elected. Which there's nothing wrong. This is not coming from Bola Tinubu. The man has not done anything wrong. He's the president. Like we have to see proofs that he's the one sponsoring it. But the problem is for Wike. He's in the party and he claims his party, he's holding his party to ransom. They cannot field the next presidential candidate. And then Sheyi Makinde, the camp of Sheyi Makinde, and then Bala Mohammed, and so many of them had to go to court after Wike had got an injunction that said the party executives will remain, the likes of Samuel Anyanwu and then Mohammed Abu Karim, Abdurrahman, Mohammed Abdurrahman, that they have to remain in the party. They have to remain the party executives. Wike got an injunction from the court. Sheyi Makinde quickly got another injunction that allowed the convention to go on in Ibadan. The convention was held in Ibadan and it elected Kabiru Turaki, who was a former minister of special duties under Jonathan. He was two-term minister. He was special duties and minister for something else under Goodluck Jonathan. So he's not new to politics. So now because of that, and after the convention, Wike was expelled alongside Ayo Fayose and some members, which I've always been asking, how come despite doing all this, Wike is still a member of the PDP? And they kept telling me it's the one that finances the party, but I don't really care. You can't be easily dragging the PDP to the mud. You can't easily destabilize the PDP and still expect to be a member of the party. The reason for him still being in PDP instead of just joining APC is what I don't understand. It is alleged that he wants to be in the PDP in order to use the PDP as a vehicle when Bola Ahmed Tinubu is gone. That is like in the next 6 years. So what happens if everybody defects and no governor is remaining in the PDP? He's playing a very long game here, extremely long game. And I don't understand how it's going to work out. I don't just see how it can work out. So finally, the likes of Sheyi Makinde have decided to hold a convention and now elect a chairman and a secretary and expel him. Then rather than go to court, the day the new executives are supposed to hold a neck meeting at the Wadata Plaza in PDP, all of a sudden, Wike is there with his boys, with armed security men. And stay there. I don't want to lose you. Just stay there. Let me explain something to you. Wike was there with armed security guards. Sheyi Makinde and Balama Ahmed and the new PDP chairman were also there with their own guards. This is police force, right? Two different police. Now we all been sold the dream that the police is controlled by the federal government, not the state. Is that what they tell you and I, right? And we accept it. The state governments or governors are asking for a law to allow them control the police, and the federal government has said no. But let me ask you a question. If the federal government controls the police, just stay there. I don't want to lose you. If the federal government controls the police, that means the IG is in charge of all the police force members or officials in Nigeria. So how come some police officers from Wike's camp are fighting Sheyi Makinde's police force? Do we have different police? No, we have only one. We have the IG, AIG, DIG, or whatever. The chain of command comes from up, then trickles down. So who is in charge? Have you ever seen in a developed world two different members fighting in open? In America, it's different. You have the state of Michigan, for example, having their own police force. They have the state trooper, they have the county police. You have the state of Pennsylvania or the state of Wisconsin. I'm using Midwest, for example, their own police. So when you see they have arguments or there's infighting, political, whatever, because they can never be a physical fight. No, it's not in this era. They can be argument, they can be two guys can have disagreement, but publicly fighting, forces together fight, you cannot see that. Maybe happened in this, maybe not even 20s or 30s. So when you say that, you understand. No, no, I'm not making excuses for that, but at least it's two different police force. But in Nigeria, it's one police force. IG commands all. So if IG commands all, who gave the two factions, or what? I don't even want to call them faction. Who gave the two police departments authority to oppose each other? Because it's all about personal interest. Because it's all about the politicians sorting the police officers. It's all about getting money. It's all about their pockets. So it's not about the rule of law. These guys don't defend you and I. If they defend you and I, when they get to that place, to the Wadata Plaza, be it Sheyi Makinde's police force, be it Nyesom Wike's police force, they'll put up a call. Call whoever is in charge. Man, we saw these guys there. What is happening? Can you interpret for us? Hold on, let's talk to the AIG. Hold on, let's talk to the IG. But it didn't happen. Instead, they went on a free for all fight. Do you understand? Two police force fighting each other for two different factions. Civilians that told you and I they cannot control the police, yet the police are fighting for them. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The governor is telling you he doesn't have authority despite insecurity, he's limited. And I'm not doubting that, don't get me wrong. Yes, under the law, that is the case. But how come when it comes to the convention to Wadata Plaza, the two forces are different? Where was the IG? Because I can tell you the IG didn't authorize neither of them. So why the fight? Greed. Greed. Money is involved. They have to be loyal to the minister and loyal to the governor. So that is one thing I want you to remember. So next time they tell you local police, this police is federal. No. When it comes to money, police is no longer federal. When it comes to police is no longer federal. So now the camp of it was a serious fight. It is an embarrassment to our country, Nigeria. Go and watch it online. It was infighting. They had tear gas all over the place. And I understand legally from the Sheyi Makinde's camp, right? Legally, they have a court injunction that said the convention has gone on, should go on. They elect a new party chairman. They expel Nyesom Wike and his likes. If Nyesom Wike doesn't like that, he should go to court. He always if there's any man that always tells us go to court, is Nyesom Wike. Why is he not scared of going to court? Why? Let me tell you also, he's not scared of going to court because he was going to lose the case. Because over time he can still win the case. You all know what I'm talking about. You all know what happens in the country. But the court takes time. There's bureaucracy in the court system. Yes, you can get quick judgments. It often happens, but it is not the norm. That very moment he wanted to storm the PDP Wadata Plaza. And it might be difficult to get the court to do that. So he storms it with his security guard. He wants it there and then. So, and according to the PDP laws, whatever decision the party they taking at the convention, you have to wait the next 4 years for it to be overturned. So if the convention says Wike is expelled, he stays expelled till the next 4 years. So there's nothing they can do. Is it right? Is it fair? That's something else. That's not my decision. It's not about fairness right now. Because this is a party, we all know how PDP operated. How the reason why we have APC today is because of this sort of thing from PDP. That's the truth. They're really not different from the APC. Not really. Maybe in terms of party politics, not really, but in terms of development, I think they did more because you look at Obasanjo's government. The problem I had with his government was democracy, and then democracy was too many political killings and all those, and imposition of candidates. But in terms of the national GDP, so many things is day and night with whatever is happening today. It's just day and night. So PDP, Nyesom Wike's camp were finally kicked out of the Wadata Plaza, and then you had the National Party chairman calling on President Donald Trump to come and save democracy in Nigeria. That is too funny. You're calling another president to save democracy in Nigeria. You see how bad we are. That another president. I thought we are a sovereign nation. I thought we are sovereign. I thought we had our law. I thought we are. I thought no interference from another country. But you see, and I asked you the question. I asked the PDP chairman, Kabiru Turaki, if he was in the APC, would he have called for Trump to secure democracy? He wouldn't have called for Trump to secure democracy. So it's the opposition game. When you are in the opposition, this same APC did that to Goodluck Jonathan. $1 to ₦1. Oh, when they get in, they will secure the land. Chibo girls are going to come back. None of that happened. It's all political promises. It's all we also even Comrade Adams Oshomole was frying akara. He was dancing. He was betrayed. That the same Adams Oshomole went into power or came into power and told the widow to go and die. But he was frying akara during the election. Even President Buhari's wife was seen frying akara, sharing akara. Even who is this? The other guy from Kogi State. Damn. He was seen hawking oranges during the campaign. It happens once the campaign is closed. So this is not about. There's no way Trump is going to interfere in Nigerian national politics. It's not. It's not. It's not. He can do. He can influence some soft power. It happens. Yeah. Every government does it. UK, every government does it. Like soft power, in order to favor certain people you want, but to be publicly, directly interfering, you can't do that. So three things I want you to, or four things I want you to go with today is that Wike has been funding the party, yet he was desperately and effortlessly losing election in the same party he was bankrolling. That tells you he's a flawed politician. That tells you he's not as good as he makes it. He just lost force, brute force. That's the first one. The second one is the police is central, yet the police is central, yet the same police is fighting each other. How is it central? Who's giving the commands? Why they in fighting? They don't understand the laws. They don't read the constitution. They can't clarify if there's any confusion. Yet the police, they are fighting. Yet it's central. Then they call on the president of America to come and save democracy. That is opposition call. If he was in power, he wouldn't say that. But I'm not saying what is happening to the PDP is right. No. I'm against one party system. I'll always be against it. This is not China. I'm not. I will never support one party system. No, because it now makes it easy to manipulate the country. Because all you need to do is to capture the party in power. If you look at so many countries, the president of Kenya is a president today because he just formed the political party that contested the election and he won the election. He was the vice president and then he was accused of something and then he went and formed his own political party. Emmanuel Macron formed a new political party and won an election. So I don't like one party system. No. Make it as even two party system in America. I'm not really a fan of it. Make it as open as possible. Let people have choice. So thanks for coming, and then drop your comments and then I'll keep you guys posted. Drop your comments and then like and subscribe. Thanks. Have a good day, everyone.